Is America hiding alien technology? Is it privy to extraterrestrial life? For decades, alien optimists have been asking these questions. This afternoon, they got another reason to. Courtesy these three men: former U.S. Navy pilot Ryan Graves, former U.S. Navy Commander David Fravor, and former U.S. intelligence officer David Grush. Earlier today, all three of them testified before the U.S. Congress. The hearing was held by the House Oversight and Accountability Committee. It had both Republican and Democrat lawmakers on board. So what did the three witnesses talk about? They spoke at length about unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP, their encounters with unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, the threats that these encounters pose to national security, as well as the U.S. government's secrecy on the matter. And what they revealed was striking, to say the least. I'll start with Ryan Graves, a 37-year-old former lieutenant in the U.S. Navy. He said that there are multiple UAPs in the American airspace, but they are grossly underreported. He said that these objects have not been spotted by one or two people, but in fact by a host of military and commercial pilots. He added that the U.S. government is also aware about them, but likes to keep the information hidden. Listen in.
As we convene here, UAP are in our airspace, but they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine. Military aircrew and commercial pilots, trained observers whose lives depend on accurate identification, are frequently witnessing these phenomena. Parts of our government are aware of more about UAP than they let on, but excessive classification practices keep crucial information hidden. Since 2021, all UAP videos are classified as secret or above. This level of secrecy not only impedes our understanding, but fuels speculation and mystery.
And next, we have David Fravor, a former U.S. Navy commander. He recalled a specific instance when he and his co-pilot spotted what looked like mysterious white water in the ocean. Upon further inspection, they discovered an object which he described as a small white tic-tac, which was moving abruptly like a ping-pong ball.
As we looked around, we noticed that we saw some white water off our right side. It's important to note that the weather on this day was as close to perfect as you could ask for off the coast of San Diego. Clear skies, light winds, calm seas, no white caps from waves. So the white water stood out in a large blue ocean. All four of us, because we were in F-18Fs, so we had pilots and Wizzo in the back seat, looked down a small, saw a white tic-tac object with a longitudinal axis pointing north-south and moving very abruptly over the water like a ping-pong ball.
And lastly, we have David Charles Grush, a former U.S. intelligence official. He categorically claimed that America has aircraft of non-human origin and that they need to be treated as a legitimate issue. Take a look.
Has the U.S. government become aware of actual evidence of extraterrestrial, otherwise unexplained forms of intelligence? And if so, when do you think this first occurred?
I like to use the term non-human. I don't like to denote origin. Keeps the aperture open, both scientifically. Right. Certainly, like I've discussed publicly previously, 1930s.
Last week, White House NSC spokesman John Kirby stated that UAPs are having an impact on our training ranges and need to be treated as a legitimate issue. Do you concur with his statements? That's for each of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are not one, not two, but three credible people who claim that the U.S. is hiding alien life. How do we view this? Are their claims even credible? Well, in the past, a UFO expert in the U.S. who would have made similar claims might have been discredited by many, but these men have credentials that are worth taking seriously. Ryan Graves is a former F-18 pilot who was apparently deployed in Operation Enduring Freedom, the official name for America's war in Afghanistan and the larger war on terrorism. David Charles Grush is a combat veteran of Afghanistan. He was a member of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, a program run by the Office of Naval Intelligence to investigate UFO sightings. And David Fravor is a graduate from the Top Gun Naval Flight School. He was one of the commanders of the F-18 squadron on board the USS Nimitz. He first claimed to have spotted a UFO during a flight off the coast of Southern California way back in 2004. So all three men have impressive credentials. It's unlikely that they would make such claims for fame. They say that their only aim is to provide an ontological shock and wake up space agencies and experts globally from their slumber. The question is, will their efforts bear fruit? We don't know. You see, America has conducted a total of 12 government-funded investigations on unidentified flying objects. Project Blue Book, Project Grudge, Project Serpo, Project Sign, Project Silverbug, to name a few. But all of these investigations have either been suspended or ended without any concrete answers. Why just America? Scientists around the world have spent their entire lifetime searching for signs of other civilizations. Some have conceded that we've got the cosmos to ourselves. Some highly doubt that that's the case. None of them have said that aliens are visiting us in UFOs. Well, not yet. But then again, good science takes time, and the human desire for scientific advancement, exploration, is insatiable. Here's hoping the testimony of these three gentlemen is able to trigger research and investigation that can finally give us some